Hey guys, it is Monday here in West Virginia, so it is time for us to usually do our Mopar Monday, but we're switching it up a little bit and we're doing a Mustang Monday. And I found a Mustang that intrigued me, and that usually doesn't happen too often, but that is the new casting from the M2 Machines lineup of funny cars. Their 69 Ford Mustang funny car. I've got two variants here, the Coca-Cola one and the Quaker State one. I found these kind of being a little bit contrasting to one another because one is open and one is closed, so it's kind of cool how they chose to display these. In the Coca-Cola one, they have the body down and such, and it's held down with rubber bands, and we all know what happened with the Hot Wheel 100% cars with the rubber bands, so I would highly suggest opening these and getting rid of the rubber bands, even if you are a packaged collector. Now, this guy, on the other hand, doesn't have rubber bands, but it does have a lot of PVC plastic pressing against the paint of the car, holding the body up there, not just relying on the body prop that's included with the car. They're using some like PVC, like blister type material, like they use for like the clamshell packages to hold the body in position. And I've come to the conclusion that if they're stored in hot, humid, moist areas, that plastic has an adverse reaction to the paint and causes it to rash. So that is one thing I've noticed a lot in the Philippines, because it's pretty much hot and humid there 95% of the time. But here, on the other hand, I don't notice it as much. Maybe 1 out of every 10 old cars, say, that's from 2015 on back, I may find one that is rashed. And usually it comes from a climate that is subject to humidity. Like one that I ordered, actually two I ordered from a guy on eBay. He lived in southern Florida. And both cars had rash. Even the one that was loose had rash. And the one I opened had a little bit of rash. And it was an Auto World car. And it was because that plastic was against the passenger side. And that's where the rash had started. So that's the one thing I advise to do, is open your die cast. You could put them back in the packages and display them for a while. But I don't know. I wouldn't. As you can see, open pretty much everything. So we'll go ahead and start with the Coca-Cola one, because this one I've opened. And so you can see that you can still open them and it's not very noticeable. I take a box cutter and trim along the edge as close as I can and try to only cut the one panel. Sometimes the blade's really sharp, it goes through both panels. But if you're careful, you can just do the back panel and it flips up like a door. And the paper flips up also like a door, and you slide this right out and no problem. And these packages aren't super detailed, that's why I'm not even really going over them. It just looks like a Coca-Cola 12-pack box, pretty much it. So then they are in an acrylic case, so you can take them out and enjoy them in the acrylic case. But as I said, these have the rubber bands, and the rubber bands are more brutal to the paint than the PVC plastic is, because these rubber bands will actually start to eat through the paint unless they've changed the, I don't know, ingredients in making rubber bands. Then it may not do it anymore, but I would not want to wait like 5 to 10 years and find out. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull him off the base and then get these rubber bands off of him and such. And usually, as you know, Mopar is my choice, and then it's followed by GM cars, even though I was raised in a GM family. And in most cases, all my Mopar friends and GM friends are not Ford fans, and neither was I. And until like certain castings come out, then I do dig some of them. So as you can see, there is the rubber band there, and we want to get him off of there. So let me get a pair of scissors. These are probably too large, but anyways, I can get in here. There's one on the back, as you can see here. So snip that and get rid of him. Then there's the one in the front here. If we can get in here. There we go. And snip it. And then the body just comes up pretty good. Then it's got the prop for the body right there. So you can display it open. The only thing I don't think is correct, I think this is just for the die cast to keep the headers from breaking off, into added these brackets on the frame that go down to the header. And I think it's just to stabilize it in case you bump your headers against stuff in your display case or whatever, they won't break. Because I looked at some pics from the ones in the late 60s, early 70s that were racing, and I didn't see any brackets. If anything, I didn't see the headers even going below the frame. I seen the headers going above the frame and down. So that's the one thing that I didn't notice. Now, that is on Hemi-style engines, which that's what this looks like. As you can see, it looks like the plugs are on top of each cylinder. So, I don't know. That's the only thing I could see that would be a little bit weird with the casting. But overall, the casting itself is pretty nice. They roll very, very nice. As you can see, the only other thing I may complain a little bit about is ride height. Maybe they do sit a little bit high. But with the other ones that are out there on the market, the one from Johnny Lightning and the one from Hot Wheels, the Hot Wheels one is horrible, I have to say. The 71 Mustang funny car that they have has been around for a while. They've retooled it now where the body don't even open. But when it was released in, I think, the late 70s, it was okay. And then when they re-released it for the drag strip Demon series in 09 and 10, it was okay, but still yet not that great. It looked like a toy. The Johnny Lightning variant is pretty nice. A little bit small, in my opinion, but it's not bad. It's also based on like the 71, 72 Mach 1 style, like the Hot Wheels. I don't think anyone does a 69, 70 style Mustang funny car. So this is kind of cool to see this out there. Like the magnesium looking wheels too. It's pretty cool. And then the livery, usually I do complain about the Coca-Cola and like the Quaker State livery, but I'm not going to on these because they look very realistic, like sponsors on the funny cars would have. So the box one, the only thing to do with the opening of it, peel the sticker back, comes right open, push the box out, and once again, this like box, there's nothing really special about it. They didn't make a chase variant of both of these. The only difference with the chase, the headers and the wheels and the chrome is red, and same thing with this, except it's green. The wheels, the headers, and the chrome is all green. So anyways, when we pop this dome off, you have two pieces of plastic here. There's that one, and there's that one. And as I said, sometimes these can make the paint rash. Depending on your climate, I think, has a lot to do with it. And as you can see, it has the chrome or silver painted body prop there. Push it down. It's kind of unique, though, how they decided to display the box ones open and then the blister pack one open. Not sure if they're going to continue that trend or not. We'll see in future releases. But this is definitely a cool casting. I do dig it. And the Challenger and the 69 Camaro, we may get a couple of them and unbox for you guys eventually. I don't know why. The Mustang just appealed to me more than the other two did. So that's why we're unboxing these for you today. Now, we'll be back again on Wednesday to unbox a Mini GT car. Not sure if we're doing the Toyota A90 Supra or the GTR R35. We have a couple different variants from LBWK, the GT3, Nismos, and Dutch things like that to unbox. We also have some Kaido House Datsuns and R34s to unbox. So maybe we will. I don't know why it's probably because my arm's in the camera. That's why it's fading in and out. Just trying to get that off the base so I can put these both side by side and zoom in on them. They do look pretty cool together. So yeah, I'm kind of happy I did pick those up. A couple nice castings. So anyways, we'll be back on Wednesday with a mini GT piece for you guys. So enjoy the start to your week, and we'll see you midweek with some mini GT stuff. Thanks for watching.